let out a smile. Commander, as you have obtained the invincible Littorio, but most importantly, having a smile is more suitable for that adorable face. Commander, I can understand why my charm makes you unable to resist, but these kinds of things isn't suitable to be done at the battlefield, right? Aw, I'm sorry. Were you hoping that would keep going? Because you're a weeb and it's New Year's and you're realizing that this is about to be the 10th New Year's resolution in a row where you hope for a girlfriend, finally? Well, strap your degenerate soul in and let's talk about a boat that didn't achieve much of crap either, but got to be turned into a shipfu, so oddly, just like me, she never actually achieved anything. Ah, relatable characters. Gotta love them. So first up is history. Littorio was one of the first modern battleships for Italy, and just like in real history, she doesn't think airplanes will change the fact battleships are the best. But just like how we weaves love to think we don't need sunlight or real human interaction for that matter, reality soon likes to kick the door in and teach you otherwise. Rather it was the Toronto air raid or how she was hit by a radio-guided German bomb. Irony was a cruel mistress to Littorio indeed. But she is hot and has good in-game skills, so yeah. So what about her story then? Well, considering she behaves as the true leader of her faction through charisma, while the queen-like character Vittorio Veneto comes off much more like a puppet head. Wait, I get it. Vittorio is the king of Italy from the 1930s, and Littorio is Mussolini. Oh, that's not very cool. Well, hey, as a lesbian myself, Littorio comes off as a one to, what, with her flirting towards illustrious and whatnot, so I can still like her, right? Right? Oh man. Well, the soul-crushing reality that my pasta waifu is probably literally a dictator aside, how do we build for this fine piece of sauce, you might be wondering? Well, before we get to that, we still gotta talk about the skills. And when we're talking about abilities, well, first is Rosa Bombardamento. It either sucks or is fantastic. You see, if she has her very own triple 381mm guns attached, and the proc chance goes up by 10% more for a total proc chance of 75% when firing her main guns. Most barrages have a 70% chance, so I mean, come on, we all know that 5% more higher chance matters. But also, when she has her own guns attached, the barrage does more. Like, it's a bigger, better barrage, and it's more likely to happen. So, like, yeah, there's no reason not to have her very own pizza guns on her. Her second skill is a name I don't feel like trying to say right now, and it's basically like when you don't want the bad touch, but you aren't all that good at avoiding dark alleys, so you just get the bad touch anyways, and you're just like, well, darn. She and the lead ship of the Vanguard get to have 2 shields that prevents torpedoes, but if a torpedo dares to approach any of your other 4 ships, well, they weren't important anyways, right? Then now that that's out of the way, we can finally discuss how would I personally build a Littorio. Well, the thing is about Littorio, I mean, unless you just, for some reason, were not paying a lick of attention, then yeah. Triple 381mm gun, the M1934 here, gold version. If you don't have the gold version, then I just feel bad for you, because this is the gun you want on her for very obvious reasons. It makes her volleys do more. They just get to hurt. And that's what you're really after. You're after it just being good and spicy. And of course from there, for me personally, I use twin 150mm main gun right here to the Tabasco gun, as it's called, for her auxiliary. Again, we want it nice and spicy. We gotta you know, make sure this meal is tasty. As far as AA is concerned, just put any halfway decent AA on her. I don't personally care. We're not here for that. We're just here to damage and kill enemies. Some other boat will probably be taking care of your plane troubles anyways, or at least I hope so. And from there, just about any radar. For me, I just simply slap a fire control radar and some Type 91 piercing shells on her, and I call it a day. Because I'm here to make sure that barrage hits true and hurts a lot. But of course, we all know that for the true maximum damage, you gotta have the pizza shells. Cue montage! Well, came to my attention and realization that Littorio sort of just struggles to compete with other waifus in general, just like my waifu. Anyways, bunch of dumb jokes aside, what are some of my closing thoughts on Littorio? What do I think of her, and perhaps what do I think of the Sardinian Empire in general? Well, she kind of feels like she's just a solid 7 or 8 out of 10 pretty much across the board. I mean, in terms of like design and her character, she's pretty fantastic. But then you realize her story concepts has her kind of being based off of a dictator to an extent, and you're kind of, I don't know, depending on what kind of person you are, that might throw her off just a little for you. So I don't know, 7, 8 for her character and story. And her design, well, you know, I'd probably actually give her design more like a 9, maybe even a 10. Her chibi is absolutely adorable. I do love it. And then as far as usability, how good is she? Well, again, we're just kind of looking at a 7 or an 8. She's not one of the better battleships, but I mean, she's not bad either. There's plenty that are worse than her, but there's also quite a few that are better than her. So unless you just really like your pizza boats, or just really feel the need to have a ship that is hitting your enemy with literal pizza or something, I don't know. Her use scenarios are a little on the low side, it can feel sometimes. She's a definite case of not bad, but not exactly the best either. So take from all that what you will, but she's one of the better Italian ships that we got, so it just kind of made it easy for me to open that door and talk about the Italian ships at least a little bit, kind of have a chance to touch on them at least once. I don't know if I'll touch on Sardinian ships again, or if I do, when it will occur, to be entirely honest. So if it was to occur, it'd probably be my personal favorite. I really liked Carabinier, if I'm even saying that right. I'm not the best at, you know, the whole Italian thing. If you guys liked this particular episode of the Waifu Wars, getting a little more tongue-in-cheek, trying to be a little more comedic, then, you know, hit it with a like, comment down below what you thought, and if you'd like to see more. Or if you didn't like it, well, you can hit it with a dislike and, you know, crush my soul and make me realize my life is worthless. I mean, what? I didn't say that. Roll the credits.